Hello, I'm Downey Pruett. I'd like to review multiples of 4, the multiplication tables of 4. 4 times 1 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. 4 times 3, 12. 4 times 4, 16. 4 times 5, 20. 4 times 6, 24. 4 times 7, 28. 4 times 8, 32. 4 times 9, 36. 4 times 10, 40. 4 times 11, 44. 4 times 12, 48. If we count by fours, or multiples of 4, we have 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, 40, 44, 48. Times table's the fun way. You may want to do a sketch of this picture to help you remember. Remember, when it's 4 times 4, the 4's become a 4 by 4, and you have to be 16 to drive it. You see that? Here's a truck. Here's a 4 by 4 pickup truck, and he's saying 16 at last. You are 16 when you get your driver's license. 4 times 4 is 16. 4 times 4 is 16. 4 times 4 equals 16. Remember, when it's 4 times 4, the 4's become a 4 by 4, and you have to be 16 to drive it. 4 times 4 equals 16. We just reviewed that 4 times 4 is equal to 16. Another way of writing that is 4 to the second power. This 4 is called the base, and this 2 is called the exponent. When you have the base 4 raised to the power of 2, you can also call that 4 squared. That means the base 4 is used as a factor 2 times. 4 times 4 is equal to 16. 4 squared, or 4 to the second power, is equal to 16. If we do something like this and say, what is the square root of 16? What number times itself is equal to 16? Well, the square root of 16, what is the base of 16 equal to? Well, 4 to the second power, what's that base? What number times itself is equal to 16? 4. Square root of 16 is equal to 4. Reviewing, multiples of 4, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, 40, 44, 48. And if we have 4 to the second 16, this base 4 is used as a factor 2 times. 4 times 4 is equal to 16. What's the square root of 16? What number times itself is equal to 16? The square root of 16 is 4. 3 to the second power is equal to 9. 3 times 3 is equal to 9. 4 to the second power is equal to 16. 4 times 4 is 16. The square root of 9 is 3. That's called a perfect square. The square root of 9 is 3. The square root of 16 is 4. The square root of 16 is 4. On the GED test, you may see a problem similar to this. Between what two numbers is the square root of 12? Well, the square root of 12 would fit between the square root of 9 and the square root of 16, but it is not a perfect square. 3 squared is 9, 4 squared is 16. What is the square root of 12? The square root of 12 is approximately 3.464. Calculator. Square root. The square root of 12 is approximately 3.46 rounded to the nearest hundredths. And so the square root of 12 would be between the numbers 3 and 4. The square root of 9 is equal to 3. The square root of 16 is equal to 4. The square root of 12 on the calculator is approximately 3.46 rounded to the nearest hundredth place. And so we see that the square root of 12 is between the whole numbers 3 and 4. And that means approximately equal to. That's rounded to the nearest hundredths place. Reviewing multiples of 4. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, 40, 44, 48. And 3 squared is equal to 9. 4 squared is equal to 16. Square root of 9 is equal to 3. The square root of 16 is equal to 4. The square root of any number between 9 and 16 would be between the numbers 3 and 4. What is the square root of 10? 10 is approximately 3.16. It would be between the whole numbers 3 and 4. Multiples of 4. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, 40, 44, 48. And now remember our hint. How old do you have to be to drive a 4x4 pickup truck? 16. What is 4 squared? 16. What's the square root of 16? 4. Keep learning every day. I've enjoyed teaching math for almost 30 years. Students ask, when are we ever going to have to use this? Why do we have to do algebra? Here's a quote that I like. Math is to the mind as exercise is to the body. It's good for you. I love you and God bless. D. Downey, Pruett, Gadsden State Community College, Adult Education.